Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? This is your boy Derek coming at y'all with another video. And guess it's gonna be, I guess, a short video? More short story time? It all depends. I might stretch it out like I normally do with other videos by jumping off topic and subjects. I'm good for doing that. Anywho, I'm about to make this video about me transferring from one job to another, which is Amazon. And I think I told y'all I work at Amazon in my other video. But I'm coming from North Carolina to Florida with my transfer. And yes, I drove. And yes, it was about like 9+ hours. Maybe tapping on 10 or tapping on 11, because I did make some pit stops. But before we get to the video, let's start off by saying, let me start off by saying welcome to the new subscribers. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a new viewer, welcome. It would mean so much to me if you hit that follow button. Hit the follow button, join the family, and hop in the passenger seat, because I am the driver of this vessel until the wheels fall off, But anyway, I will be dropping my social media accounts in the description below. Smack that follow button, smack the like button, and let's get into this video. Anyway, but now, okay. I decided to put in my transfer. When I first put in my transfer, I'm gonna start with when I first put in my transfer. When I first put in my transfer, it was back in September, because I heard that the Amazon here in Tampa, which I'm at now, was gonna open back in October. I think it did open in October, but I didn't have my apartment ready to be moved in. So thankfully, the people in HR was very nice and helpful, and helped me like push back my start date. So, and plus, like, I guess the Amazon down here in Tampa, like, they was ready, but they weren't ready. So their start date kept getting pushed back. So when their start date was before they was opening, they was pushing back start dates. So I wasn't the only one affected by the start date. So luckily I wasn't affected, but then again, it was like I was kind of screwing myself in the process, because I didn't bother to save no money. None. Then when they told me my new start date, I was just like, crap. I have no money saved. And I just started saving as much as I can. Then when peak season hit, and I'm going to tell you what peak season is. Peak season is when, I think peak season starts around like Black Friday, I think. Or is it after Black Friday? I think it's before Black Friday or after Black Friday. It's one of those. So it's a whole week. No, it's after. It's after, I think. Or is it before? It's one of those. It's one of those. So if you work from Sunday to Wednesday, your overtime is mandatory. So you cannot take that day off. Everybody know what mandatory means. You got to come in. or it's going to count against you. The only thing that you can't use is your vacation time. The good thing about Amazon is that even though you are scheduled to work a mandatory shift, you have every little right to leave whenever you feel tired. like you can't get mad at Amazon. Like you can't, like some like other jobs is like mandatory, like no, you got to be there until the shift is over. Amazon is like, bro, it's like you're tired, go home. Like, don't beat your body up. Don't beat yourself up. Don't force yourself to stay. And cause you know you got to leave and drive home. Nah, you tired, go home. We'll see you tomorrow. Just that simple. But you gotta at least have the time for it. Like have the time to take have the time to cover or use. Yeah, you gotta have the time to use before you can actually take that. Before you can like, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. If you don't have that time, then if you don't have enough time to cover, then you're just screwed. You're gonna have to stay. But luckily, we get time every time we get paid, so it adds up. But anyway, so every day was mandatory. So we was putting in like a lot of hours. And the day that I had to leave was like kind of emotional for me because I didn't want to, like, I was happy about leaving, but then again, I low-key didn't want to leave, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure it does because a lot of people who actually goes through that dealt with it, so, or went through it, and they just like, yeah, like, I didn't want to leave, but I had to do what was best for me, and that was my case. So when I put in my transfer, I'm just like, all right, cool. This be something new. I feel like this is gonna be fun. It's a new experience, and I mean, I don't really have anything or anyone to hold me back from not doing it. So I did it. So my drive down here, when I put in a GPS, it was like says about 9.5 hours. I'm pretty sure I did about like a good 10.5. Oh, excuse me. I did about like a good 10.5 because about like a good 10.5 hours because I stopped about like 2-3 times. 2 times I got gas. Third time I just needed to wake up. And the reason, boy, if you ever do decide to drive to Florida, drive to any part of Florida, please have somebody with you. Please have somebody with you. Because if you don't, your driving is going to be hell. Because it's just you, your car, the highway, and everybody on it. Okay, so when I first left North Carolina, everything was fine because I left around like I left work at around like 3:30. I left North Carolina. I was out of North Carolina, but like I went and picked up my stuff from my mom's house, and I hit the road around like 4:30. So yeah, so like I would say like in the middle of South Carolina was when the sun was coming up. Yeah, the sun was rising when I made it through like halfway of South Carolina, I think. Yeah. about either halfway through or I was almost all the way through South Carolina. My first pit stop was somewhere in Georgia because I went and got gas. Then I got another Red Bull. So, yeah. And my first experience of starting to doze off behind the wheel was in between my first and second stop. I think I bought another Red Bull on my second stop. So yeah, it was like no matter what I was doing, I guess the Red Bulls weren't working, and I was drinking the 20 ounces, and I'm guessing those weren't working. Maybe I should have took like a 5-hour energy shot or something, cause I had my music blasting, I had the windows down, I was doing everything I could to stay awake, but from time to time, like I did that every so often. Every so often I did that, and every time I did that and I like jump awake, like I swerve a little bit and I'm just like, please let me see those like the magical white and blue lights. Please. And the one time I do want to see the magical white and blue lights is the one time I don't fucking see them. Like they're nowhere in sight, nowhere, and I'm just in and out. And I think the second time, yeah, after my second stop, I got more gas in another Red Bull. After my second stop, that's when everything just went like everything was starting to fall downhill. Everything. Well, not everything. I'm talking about my like sleep, because I was like I was on like a time limit because I had to be at my apartment. Well, my rent lady said I had to be at my apartment around like 2:00. She wanted to meet around like 2, so I was like, all right, cool. So that's one reason why I was just rushing to get down here. So getting rest was not on my to-do list. And prior to me leaving the day before, I was up. So I pulled an all-nighter. I stayed up for 24 hours. Went to work that same night. Then left around like 3:30 the next morning. And started my drive. So yeah, I was out of it. I don't know what the heck was going on through my dang on head. Because I knew this was coming up. So, but luckily, I made it to the apartment complex. When I made it to the apartment complex, I didn't know where the office was. She never gave me the address to the office. So, I'm just sitting in the front, you know, some apartments. Some apartment complexes. The office is like right there in the front. Like as soon as you pull in, like boom, the office is right there. But the apartment complex I live in now, it's in the middle. It's a stupid spot to put the office, if anything. But I don't know. But anyway, so I made it down here. I made it to the apartment complex. After my third stop, I made it. And I was happy that I made it, because I was definitely falling asleep behind the wheel. But I forced myself to stay up. And like I said, I was in the front of the apartment complex, and I was just sitting there. I'm calling the office. Nobody's picking up. Like, it is 2 in the afternoon. Why ain't y'all picking up? Why? That's what I want to know. Why are y'all not picking up? Somebody got to be in the damn office. I don't know where the office is at. And how you gonna tell me that you want to meet you somewhere and you don't tell me where to meet you? Oh my God. But anyway, so, oh yeah. To add on to this, when I left North Carolina, it's winter. It's winter. It's December. It's cold. It's cold. It's December. It's cold. So when I left North Carolina, it was cold. So cold. Then when I got down here, it was so hot. It was so hot. And I'm just like, okay, maybe if I can meet this rent lady fast enough or soon enough, then like we can hurry up and get to my apartment. I can go ahead and take this dang on hoodie off, my dang on sweatpants. I can take everything off and relax. Nope. So I've been sitting out there for like at least an hour and a half. Then I was just like, let me see. Like, did she give me my address? If anything, I'm pretty sure she gave me my address. So I went through frantically, started going through my emails. Saw the email with my address on it, with my apartment address on it. So, put that in the GPS because I don't know where it's at. I'm new here. So, started driving to my apartment complex, and I was like, and there's the office. Drove right past the office, and I was like, and there's the office. This is some bull. I was so mad. So, hold on. Eyelash. Just gotta love it. Oh, you gotta love it. But anyway, made it to the apartment in front of the apartment complex, and I called her about like 2 or 3 more times. Still no answer. So I'm just sitting in my car, baking. And when I say baking, I literally mean like baked potato baking. Like, this is like, I'm the potato wrapped in aluminum foil. Like, literally wrapped in aluminum foil. Because I'm outside. I don't even know how hot it is outside. I just know it's hot. It's hotter than hell. I'm pretty sure that's how hot it was. And on top of that, I had on my hoodie and my sweatpants. That was stupid for me to have on. Still have on anyway. Did I have my AC running? I don't even think I had my AC running. I'm a dummy for that too. Yeah. I don't remember having my AC running. So I'm just sitting out there waiting for her. I'm just like watching everybody else. Everybody looks like, I was looking at people that looked like they worked in the office. And I'm just watching them drive by. I'm just like, what is going on? And nobody, I don't know what's going on. I don't know no damn body. And I feel like a creeper because I'm sitting in front of an apartment complex. And I'm pretty sure there's been a couple of people that's been sitting outside that was probably outside looking at me and like, who in the honey roasted bacon chicken is that? He just sitting in the car. He's not even trying to get out of the car. He's just sitting in the car. So I'm pretty sure he got to be a creeper. I don't know. Something wrong with him. Because he got North Carolina tags. But I was just like, all right, whatever. So I'm already mad. I'm pissed. I am pissed. So I'm like, let me go check the apartment. I swear to God, if I make it up here, if I drove down here and This apartment door is the door to my apartment is locked, and I have no way in getting in touch with her. I am gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my mind, and I probably just gonna say, you know what? I'm going back. I take this 9.5, 10 hour drive back home. I will. Why not? But luckily and thankfully, that the door was unlocked and the keys and stuff was sitting on the counter. And I don't know if anybody else that moved here, moved this apartment. I don't know if they got cookies. I got cookies. Like, welcome. Like, it was like a little gift basket. Like, cookies. And they were good. That was so good. They were good. I don't know where she bought them from, because I know she didn't bake them. Pretty sure she didn't bake them. I don't know where she got them from. They were fancy, though. They were fancy looking. But yeah. And now to address. Now I'm going to. I know I'm not getting paid to do this. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for doing this, but it has to be said because I've been seeing it all over TikTok, and I'm low key tired of it. Because I've been with Amazon for like a year. I've been with Amazon for a year and 9 months. And this month is like, what, September? So this be month number 10 for me. And I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, oh, we're getting overworked and underpaid. Like, I feel like that's for some sites. Not all sites are like that, but I'm pretty sure everybody's getting paid the same. Everybody's getting paid the same. Everybody's working the same amount of hours. Everybody's doing the same work. Probably just like a little bit more different than others. We work 40 hours a week. OT is optional. You don't have to pull OT if you don't want to. But if you want that extra cash, then go for it. I don't know what departments these people worked in for them to feel like they've been overworked, but underpaid. I had worked in some warehouses where I did the same amount of hours. I worked 40 hours and got paid less. So me being here at Amazon and getting paid what I'm getting paid, should they raise the pay a little bit more? Yes. In my opinion, yes. If they want people to actually stay and stuff like that, then yes. Then Amazon should, pay a little bit more. But you work 40 hours. 10 times out of 10, you're on your feet for 40 hours. That's probably the hard part. That's what probably, get people to be like, I can't do this. I can't do this, because a lot of people will be complaining about their feet is hurting. Because I have. I'm not going to lie, I have. But it's the fact that once you get used to it, it's not going to bother you no more. And Amazon is the most easiest and laid back job I ever had. I swear to you. All the other jobs I worked my behind off and still didn't get paid as much as I'm getting paid now. So for them to feel like they're overworked is probably because this goes for a lot of people that feel like they being overworked. If they feel like they're being overworked, it's probably because they're not used to working in warehouses. Warehouses, yes, you can work a good 10 to 12 hours. They're probably used to working 8. And that's like what Walmart schedules, convenience store schedules, what McDonald's, Wendy's, like all those schedules. It's like what, like a good 8 hours a day. They're probably used to that. So for them to sit there and complain about being overworked, like, you're not, how can you be overworked? Like, honestly, in my opinion, honestly, you're literally just getting paid just to stand around. Because about like 6 times out of 10, a machine is going to break. And once the machine breaks, then a lot of people, then like most of the warehouses are just going to have to like stand around. And you're getting paid to stand around. Like, you can be standing around for like 30 minutes. You can be standing around for like 20 minutes. Like, you be standing around for like an hour, 2 hours. It can get to the point where you can be standing around until this break time, come back from break, and they still didn't fix the problem. And you still standing around. You getting paid for it. So, I don't know. But that's just my opinion. Like, Amazon is the easiest job I ever worked for. The only reason I keep messing with my damn nose because mustache is messing with my nose. But Amazon is the easiest job I ever worked for. I have worked, like I said before, I have worked the same amount of hours at other warehouses and got paid less and worked harder. So this is a piece of cake. But anyway, I think I made this video a little bit too long. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here, and I will see you on the next video. I will put all the links to my social media accounts in the description, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.